Listen, man. I need you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe, because you're gonna get a good laugh out of this one. Always like to find humor in everything. And I was out all day, and I'm just getting home not too long ago, and going through news stuff like that, seeing what's going on out there in the sports world involving Colorado. And hey, man, put some respect on Trevor Reilly's name, man. Put some respect on it, man. He out there trying to get NIL funding, man. He don't went overseas with it. First of all, I thought it was a fake story. Like other stories that the media is trying to come up with to try to slander Coach Prime and the Buffaloes. I'm thinking it was that's a fake story until I went to DNVR um, video. I was catching up with what they were saying. I said, wait a minute, there's some truth to this. There's some truth to this here. I thought it was like a fake story, man, but apparently there's some truth to it, man. Put some respect on this man's name, man. This man said he was trying to get some funding by any means necessary, man. Went out to the Saudis, man. Flew all the way to Saudi Arabia to try to get some real money, man. He was like, listen, I know Texas and all those other schools, man. They got oil money. He was trying to go get some real money, man. Okay. If that had went through, let's just say if they approved what he did. Not saying that they did, because they said they didn't know. First of all, they didn't know he was reaching out to the Saudis. But let's just say if they got that Saudi money, they would have got every player they wanted. You hear what I'm saying to you? They wouldn't have had a problem with the bag. There would be no problems. I'm not saying they have a problem with the bag now, but they really wouldn't have. They would have been competing with these older schools as far as with the bag. Okay. So I thought it was like I said, I thought it was one of these like made up stories that is coming out at a rapid rate now. They are getting ready. They're on the eve of preparing for their first game, man. And I know that these articles come out, so I didn't think nothing of it. I said, oh, this is a fake article. I saw it earlier, and I was like, nah, this is a fake article. Then I came home, and I was watching DNVR talk about it. And apparently, he said he's not even with the team no more, man. And after all the things he tried to do. But listen, I mean, yeah, I when I looked at it, I said, there's no way the school would have approved that, because if they did, it may not look right. Not saying that the Saudis don't fund other sports, because they do. They fund other sports and stuff like that. But this wouldn't have went over well, probably. It would have all fell back on who. It would have all fell back on Coach Prime. Look at him; he's trying to get money by any means necessary, and he's going to foreign entities to do it. And so yeah, I got a good laugh out of it. I was like, man, he don't reached out to the Saudis, man. But I'm looking at this because this the article I saw here not too long ago. Because when I came home, I saw this article again. I said, Yahoo and Fox, they reaching again. So it says the Colorado football program is distancing itself from the efforts to push the boundaries of name, image, and likeness funding in what would have been an extraordinary partnership, according to a Sports Illustrated report. Former assistant coach Trevor Reilly told SI that he traveled to the Middle East during the past holiday season to try to secure funding from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF, I heard of them, for the Buffaloes program. So over the holiday season, everybody out chilling. This man is in Saudi Arabia. Put some respect on his name, man. Oh my God. Put some respect on his name, man. He was gonna go get he wanted to go get some real money. You understand me? It says Reilly resigned as the team's special teams coordinator on August 1st. In his resignation letter to Colorado Athletic Director Rick George and head football coach Deion Sanders, Reilly claimed that he was placed in charge of NIL activities with his special team duties and expressed frustration over attempting to raise funds. Ultimately, these efforts fell through due to lack of support from the athletic department. So now he claims that he went out there and he took some extreme measures here. If this is, what he's saying is true, he went all the way to Saudi Arabia. It just wouldn't have looked good, man. I'm just telling you. And, they always looking for something to bash Coach Prime on. I'm just telling you, this wouldn't have looked good. Like, damn, Coach out there getting foreign funding, it was, they would have came up with something. So he said here, you paid me $90,000 a year and let me handle special teams, Reilly wrote in a letter reviewed by SI. He said, I did all this work in your name and told to pursue it. I burned through all my contacts in the Mormon community, which is worth about $3 trillion. Now I can't get these people to answer my calls because I found out today that none of my endeavors will happen. Damn, Trevor. He said, I even went to Saudi Arabia and got a meeting with the Saudis who were interested in pursuing business. I have email receipts to prove it, and you guys let it fall flat on his face. Damn. Oh, Lord. All right. It says Reilly went on to explain that he acted on his own. Okay, that's what I want to know. Like, did someone tell him to do this? He acted on his own accord. Okay, that's what he said. So at least he did say that. So nobody is put him up to going overseas. He said he acted on his own, did nothing illegal, and was not asked to pursue these streams of revenue for NIL. That was confirmed by Colorado Athletic Director and to Front Office Sports, AJ Perez. According to Trevor himself, he acted on his own accord and is no longer an employee of the university, a department spokesman said in an email to Perez. Blueprint Sports, which operates Colorado NIL Collective 5430 Alliance, in addition to those of 26 other schools, told Front Office Sports that it also was unaware of Reilly's efforts and nothing to do with nothing to do with outreach to Sovereign Fund. So they said here, we want to clarify that Trevor has never been authorized or directed to speak or advocate on behalf of 5430 Alliance in Saudi Arabia. A statement from Blueprint Sports said, since our launch in March of 2024, all funding and initiatives have been managed solely within domestic channels and is entirely unrelated to Mr. Reilly's work. Any claims suggesting otherwise are unfounded and patently false. Okay. Yeah, that's something else, man. It is. It's really something else, man. He said, look, we on break. I'm going to go get some money. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to have no problem with this bag here. Well, I'm going to go myself. I'm going to go overseas and I'm going to get a meeting together and I'm going to get this bag. You hear what I'm saying to you? Okay. Texas got that oil money. He said, the hell with that. I'm going to get the bag. He even contacted his Mormon contacts, man. Guys, put some respect on this man's name, man. Put some respect on his name. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Listen, if that had went through, they wouldn't have had a problem with the bag. I'm just telling you. Okay, how much that kid won? He won about 5, no problem. He won about 5 or 6 million, no problem. They wouldn't have had no problems next year getting them players, man. It's crazy. Shout out to Trevor though, man. But he's no longer employed there. It says while the football staff, athletic department, and NIL collective may have been unaware of Reilly's specific efforts with Saudi Arabia and his Mormon contacts, there has been an initiative to find different sources of NIL funding because Colorado can't rely solely on boosters, donors, and alumni and fans to match the revenues generated by top college football programs in the nation. Seeking funding outside the country was certainly an unusual, and in this case controversial, path to pursue. The Saudi Public Investment Fund, backed by the government of Saudi Arabia, may be best known in the U.S. for funding LIV Golf. It is also a stakeholder for Chelsea and Newcastle United, which I knew, in addition to outright owning several international professional soccer clubs. The PIF has also made efforts to invest in the PGA Tour, as well as stake in professional tennis and Formula One racing. Man, this man was trying to go get the bag, man. You said man was trying to do too much. He was trying to go get it. Listen, he said, okay, let me think about this. Okay, let me think about this here. Alabama, they got all the money. Texas got all the money. I'm about to go overseas and get some real freaking money, man. He was about to get a whale. That's what he's about to go get. A whale of unlimited money. Okay? He had dreams of just making this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's saying that he did this all on his own. Okay, nobody put him up to this now. And he said, you know, all his efforts now don't fell in his face because he ain't with the team no more. You know, so his Mormon he can't even get him on the phone now. So yeah. Yeah, he don't went all the way over there to get the bag, man. He was trying to get a serious bag. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? A major bag. He said, listen, we were going to have access to billions, man. We were going to sit up here and buy a team. He wasn't playing. Trevor wasn't playing, man. He wasn't playing, man. That's why I say put some respect on his name, man. But why he resigned. So his resignation letter, I guess he was told to resign. I don't know. But he resigned. So he's no longer with the team. So they confirmed that. Which we already knew from covering it the last live I was on. And, you know, everybody knew that for a couple days now that he was no longer with the team. So I don't know if he's no longer with the team because of this. I guess they're like, damn, bro, you did what? You're like, yeah, man, I went to the Saudis, man. Like, nah, man, what did you really do on your break? I went to the Saudis, fam. Yeah, I went overseas, man. I went overseas to go get this bag, man. And I guess they were like, look, man, yeah, I think you might need to resign. Yeah, this ain't going to look good, man. Because it'll all fall back on coach anyway. You know how it is. Put some respect on this man's name, man. I don't see nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, you know, they would have tried. I know there ain't nothing wrong with it, but they would have tried to paint it in such a way like, damn, coach going out there, he reaching overseas with the Saudis, you know. I don't know. But I guess what he did was okay. But I'm telling you, if it had went through, they would have had a bag out of this world. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Okay, Caleb Downs, how much did they offer you? Yeah, coach, they offered me $5 million. Listen, We got 10. We got 8 for you. How about that? Say what? Come again, coach? We got 8 for you. Not a problem, man. We got a real bag over here. We got a real bag. That's what he was working on. Damn. Shout out to Trevor, man. You know, along with the team. So, um, he had some big endeavors, man. I'm thinking about it. What's wrong with reaching out to get that fund? You know, I'm thinking about it. But they would have made it a big thing. They would have. He like the hell with the U.S. Let me go to the Saudis, man. You know, that's where I'm going. So that's the story. And you know, at least he said. At least the important thing is, at least he said he did it on his own. He didn't throw anybody under the bus and said, "Hey, they already knew what I was doing." He didn't say that. He did it on his own. So he got on that plane, and he had big dreams, man. He was coming back with a bag. But I guess when whoever he talked to, they were like, "Look, I don't know. That's a good gesture, coach, but we will get back to you on that." That's probably what happened. So my take on it, very ambitious. That's all I can say. It's very ambitious, man. Um, so that's Trevor, man. Shout out to Trevor. But everybody's covering it. See, it's on Fox News and every other publication is covering it. You said with the season getting closer, people are trying to find these CU stories and try to run with them. Right. A negative distraction for the team. Right. The coach hasn't been with the team in months. Right. Well, here's the thing. I would say the team is not. I don't think they're distracted by this. They're used to it. They got to be used to these stories by now. There's so many that came out. Um, just laugh it off and keep moving. That's pretty much it. You know, he didn't do nothing too wrong here. He didn't do it. It's just that, you know, it would have been a controversial and interesting move. But yeah, he's talking about it. He don't talk about it to the media. So I thought that maybe that's not true. But when I was listening to Denver Sports, DNVR, they pretty much was talking about it. So I'm like, okay, there's some truth to this here. Because when I first saw it, I'm thinking it's just another article that they have that don't have no merit to it. But it has merit to it because it came out of Trevor's mouth. So he said, but nobody put him up to it, so it's all good. But moving along, I ain't gonna take too much of your time today, but shout out to Ed Reed. He came in and talked to the team, and he was just real, you know, talking about what it takes to be great and win. He talked about film study, and I know Coach said you know, if you ain't putting the effort into the film study, you're not gonna play. So you're not gonna hit that field. So you gotta the film study is to prepare. You know, every opponent that you have, they got certain nuances to them. You just gotta find it. Even I know that. Everybody, just from boxing, because I used to box. Everybody has certain things that they do that they might not realize that they're doing, but it takes from studying film and preparing you know, for your opponent and whatnot. You know, they might flinch a certain way, you know, a jab is coming, you know, different things like that. You'll be prepared and be ready to go, because at this level, I mean, everybody can run, everybody can hit, but what sets you apart is like football is certain. There's so many moving parts to the game that, you know, like the linebacker position, he has to know certain things. in order to make that play happen. But when we're watching the game just for entertainment value, we're not really. Some people are. The people that played at that level, they see the game from different lenses, from a different perspective. They see all of the intricacies in the game. Now, for some people that's watching it casually for entertainment, we don't see it. We just like, why that person missed a tackle. Well, somebody that played the game, they'll be able to tell you why that person missed the tackle. Or certain people like Prime, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Mathis, different people like that, they could see a play develop before it happens because they're so used to it. They're so used to seeing it. But then the players, their job now is to look at that film for their first opponent. First of all, see their weaknesses and their tendencies. To see what's going on. So I'm glad he spoke to him. I mean, it was a real speech. And he was like, what is you guys, what is y'all identity? You know, what is it? You know, what is the purpose? You know, stuff like that. And he said it's a dangerous game. He's right about that. It's a dangerous game. And you can die playing from the game. You can. But shout out to Ed Reed, man. He was one of the best to do it. And I like that Silman Craig was asking him questions. And then also during practice, he was with Ed Reed again, picking his brain. Because he want to make it to the next level, which he is going. He'll be in the next level. He will. He going to find his way on the next level, I'm telling you. Because you're going to hear his name called a lot during the season. Silman Craig. You're going to hear it. You're going to see it. Very solid year last year. And he was one of the transfers from Jackson State. And he turned out to be a very important person on that defense last year. He's very important. So, and he wants it. He's hungry. So he saw Ed Reed there. He said, well, I'm about to pick his brain. For sure I am. So that's a good sign. They didn't have that last year. I remember last year, Nate Newton came in. I didn't see no offensive lineman around him. Didn't see it. And I'm like, why? And he played the game at a high level. Why not pick his brain? So I didn't see it from the offensive line. Maybe they did, but I didn't see it on video. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of these people, a lot of these players, they're too young. But Silman Craig, he knows about Ed Reed. He don't seen the film. He don't seen the highlights of Ed Reed. I'm pretty sure he has because he was picking his brain. He posted on his Instagram too, him and Ed Reed sharing a conversation after practice or during practice. Because remember, Ed Reed can coach. Remember, he was supposed to be a coach, but it didn't work out. But he has that coach in him. And as far as the defense is concerned, he's what you call a master at it. He mastered the defense. I know because I used to see him play. He mastered it. And what if you play his position, you gotta be picking his brain. Now, whoever didn't pick his brain, that's a bad sign. Especially if you play his position. If you didn't go up to him and didn't ask him any kind of questions, yeah, that's a bad sign, man. Because he actually dominated the game so much he got a gold jacket. So like he said, there's levels to it. There's levels to it, man. He reached the highest level. He's what you call an ambassador for the game. They're all ambassadors for the game. When they get that gold jacket, it comes with a responsibility. They not only are they enshrined in the NFL Hall of Fame, they're now ambassadors. They've been ambassadors of the game, but that just seals it that they're ambassadors. It's a very small fraternity of living players in the Hall of Fame. Very small fraternity. and it's a very exclusive fraternity to get in. Um, but it's crazy how he bring these players in. I mean, former guys in former players in to talk to him. I mean, let me get on my Rolodex and get Ed Reed, man. Let me get on my Rolodex and get Ray Lewis. Now, if you're a linebacker, that's somebody like, hey, coach, man, can I get Ray Lewis' number, man? And he'll probably hook it up. Like, I need to pick this guy's brain, man. And then he'll probably tell him it's in the film study. It's in the film study. Because when you used to see Ray Lewis play, it was almost like watching Mike Singletary. The way their eyes were. Their eyes were wide open. That means they're looking for something. And you can't get nothing past them. Lawrence Taylor was the same way. Especially he see a weakness, he's exploiting it. And but it showed me something when I saw that picture with Silman Craig with Ed Reed. He's going to the next level. He definitely is. That's a respect thing. For him to go up to him and, humble himself and ask questions, that's a respect thing. People are watching that. It's definitely a respect thing, man. And he wants to get better. He wants to, just like Sapp said, the defensive linemen, when he was there, they were all picking his brain. Because they want to get better, that's why. And which made him want to be with the team even more. If I was a defensive lineman and I had direct access to Warren Sapp, yeah, I'm bugging him all summer, man. Like, hey, what do you think about this right here? What do you think about this? Hey, can I pay you for some coaching? I'm trying to get right for the season. Can I pay you? Can I fly you out? Put you in nice accommodations. I would put him in Hall of Fame accommodations. You know what I'm saying? I would fly him out privately fly him out. Different things like that. Roll out the red carpet and then pick his brain. Stuff like that. The reason being is because football has, there's been some rule changes and stuff like that, but if these, like, what did they do to get to that next level? I need to know that. Like, what exact, and they all have the same characteristics. Every last one of them have the same characteristics that's in the Hall of Fame. They all approach the game like it was their last game. They all did. They all were hungry. And I'm pretty sure it rubbed off on the team, though. I'm pretty sure it did. You mean all the time? All I gotta do is study the little nuances of the players? Yeah. And then not only that, study it for hours. And those are the players that you're gonna be hearing their names called throughout that game. But like I said, my predictions for the first game against North Dakota State is gonna get ugly real fast. See, these players, they have something to prove, and they're gonna go out in North Dakota and they're gonna shine. It's gonna get ugly real fast. By the end of the third quarter, they probably sit Shador out. I'm expecting it to be a Steve Spurrier blowout, like how he used to do back in the day with Florida. Now, if they don't get a blowout, but they still win, that's all good. I'm expecting a blowout, though. He's going to get his opportunity in the league. He definitely is. He have the right kind of year this year, he getting drafted. If he got the right kind of year. But he definitely going to get his opportunity. Some players take that opportunity and run with it. Like, what you gonna do with your opportunity? All they had to do was just give McClendon a chance. He just needed opportunity. He didn't worry about getting drafted. I just needed my foot in the door, and guess what he did? He don't kick down that damn door. Cause he gonna make that team. He gonna kick. He had a sack against my Jets. Um, but see, he shares that he's hungry though. He's hungry. So, and that's with anything in life, man. You gotta, like Ed Reed said, you gotta go out and take it. It's war. You gotta take it. What sets you apart, man? That film study, and you gotta go out and take it. That's it. But shout out to Ed Reed for saying that. He said, "The hell with the Zoom call. I'm coming to see you." I was just thinking, I was like, damn, where's Ed Reed? I knew he was coming eventually. Like, the hell with it. He said, the hell with the Zoom call. I got to fly out and see you. You know, he's old school. Man, them guys are old school, man. We from that generation where everybody didn't get a participation trophy. There was first, second, and third place, and after that, you ain't get nothing. Yeah, Shiloh he's going to the next level. Yeah. I already know what he can do. Yeah, he's going. Yep. He's definitely gonna get his opportunity. Now, what are some of his strengths? He has a knack to be around that ball and pick up and be around the ball. He can intercept the ball when the opportunity presents itself. He can do that as well. We saw that last year when he did it against Colorado State. So he's dangerous as well. He's a student. I can tell he's a student of the game. And so yeah, he definitely gonna get this opportunity. He definitely is. He's also he's not quiet, but he's private. So you don't see his working all season, but you can tell he's working. And I know he'd probably be the one to be studying film. Pretty sure of it. So yeah, definitely he's gonna get his opportunity for sure. And but yeah, man, shout out to Ed Reed. That was a really good speech. It wasn't even prepared. It just he came off the dome with it. You know what I'm saying? It was off the top of his brain, top of his head. He he just brought the speech and he was real with it. Yep, he was real with it, man. But that Trevor Reilly story, man, put some respect on his name, like I said. He was trying to go out and get that bag, you hear me? They would have had an unlimited amount of money. Like, listen, okay, Oregon is offering you what now? Okay, they offering you 300,000. We'll give you five. No questions asked. We'll give you five. So he was asking for that kind of money. It's crazy. But anyway, the story ends there. The reason why I say it ends there because he said he did it on his own free will. So it ends there. Nobody told him to do it. He just took it upon himself to go overseas. So the story ends there. You won't hear about it anymore. It was just making headlines today, but after that, you're not going to hear about it anymore. So yeah. But the season is almost upon us. It's right around the corner now, so can't wait for that. And yeah. You said you thought he would be the one that asks Ed Reed questions, right? He may have, but we didn't see it because they practice as well. And Reed was there on the field, so he probably did. But see, here's the thing: how do we know he don't call him? He got access to Ed Reed. He probably call him, and that stuff we won't see. We won't see that. Yeah, he got the ability to call him probably. Like, hey, what do you think about this situation here, this, and that? So we don't know what he do on the off season, who he call and who he don't call. But I'm pretty sure if he have access to him, he'll call him. You said, uh, who was that player Coach Prime introduced? Offensive lineman. You see, he got he's off. I told y'all. Remember, I said in the last live, I said he might be bringing other players in if need be, and look what happened. He can still do it, like bring more players in. But yeah, that's a new player there. Just in case. Maybe I need another person. Whatever. But he's probably been there for a while. We just didn't see him on camera. I mean, been there. I mean, at least, I guess, I don't know. He had him come up to introduce himself. So maybe this is the first day that the team officially saw him. I don't know. But, yeah, man, he's a big dude, man. So just add depth and everything else. That's what they need. So he was happy to see Ponder. Yeah. He recruited him. I guess Ponder was supposed to play for him, but that then that situation didn't pan out. He said he's been there for like a week. Yeah. Yeah, I just so I'm like we're gonna see the first game. I'm definitely gonna be watching, and I just already know that game gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a situation where there's a too much of a back and forth. But anyway, we'll see, guys. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm tired. I've been out all day, but appreciate you coming in. I'll be back probably a little earlier tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But you guys have a good night, and the season almost upon us. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But all right, y'all. I'll catch you on the next one.